everyone. It's been a while. My name is Elizabeth. This is Frizzy Lizzie Stitches, and today's February the 27th, 2022, and today is Flosstube number 19. So it's been 4 weeks since my last video, and that was like completely unintentional how long of a break that was. Normally I like to post every 2 weeks, but for me what would have been the 2 weeks was Valentine's Day weekend, and Bobby and I actually went on a trip to Ohio to kind of just see the area that we're going to be moving to and try to like get a vibe for like where we should be looking for places to live. And we stayed like Friday through Monday. So we were there for the Super Bowl, which was really cool because since the Bengals were playing, like, and Dayton is like basically right next to Cincinnati, everyone was really excited and it was just kind of fun. Yeah, long break. And then the intent was to film after that, so it would have been 3 weeks. But my parents got a new puppy, and her name is Lily Rose, and she's adorable. I'll put a picture up. And anyway, so my parents were going to go see my sister at her college to visit her and, you know, bring the puppy and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I'm not that far away. I'm gonna come see the puppy too. So I ended up doing an impromptu trip to visit my sister at my alma mater in her current college. So yeah, it was really fun. She lives within walking distance to a lot of the bars, so we had a fun night on Saturday, and then Sunday my parents came and brought the puppy, and so I got to meet Lily Rose, and she's so cute. And yeah, so I had a really good, honestly it was kind of a good break. That, you know, like I said, I didn't mean to take it, but it ended up being really good for me because I think I was like starting to be like, oh, I gotta like have all this progress done so I have something to show. But anyway, I think my life has been kind of hectic. Just like, I have a bunch of stuff that's going to be happening in the near future that I kind of have this like existential dread right now thinking about what's going to happen. So anyway, it was a good little break. I only have 3 projects to show you, but there's like massive progress on all 3 of them. So one of them is actually complete. So it's not cross stitch though. So anyway, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, oh, I also made the realization while I was writing out my notes that this is actually my first video for February, and it will be my last video for February of 2022. So, I mean, February is a short month, so I can't be that bad. So, anyway. But yeah, so I also kind of like wrote out what I did so that I could keep, because whenever I do these videos, I kind of like think back about what happened over the past 2 weeks, but this time it was what happened over the past 4 weeks. And I don't know, it's kind of interesting to look back and realize, I don't know, what made it into the highlights of your brain. So anyway, I wrote down that in the first week after my video, I finished my crochet blanket. So we'll show that in a second. The second week, I finished the right side of Garden Party. The third week, I made a new start, and the fourth week, I made a ton of progress on that new start. Which I'll show you in a second here. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all for like update stuff. I don't really know if it's gonna be a longer video or not. My first impression was that it would, because I've been gone so long. But honestly, I think it's probably gonna be about the same amount of time as usual. So yeah. But I think I'm gonna start with my big finish, which you can kind of see here, is my crochet blanket, and I'm definitely gonna be putting in a picture because there's no way I can really like pull the whole thing up. But as you can see, all of the little loops that were on here have been woven together to make this like cable look to it, and it has tassels at the bottom now. This one's kind of janky looking. But yeah, and it is a very heavy blanket. So I'm gonna put in a picture up here of what the whole thing looks like. I took a few pictures to post on Instagram after I finished it. So if you follow me on Instagram, you already would have known that I finished it. But I did leave my stitch marker on because I kind of wanted to show you guys like how much I had left before I was able to, you know, weave the cables together and then do the tassels. So here's my stitch marker down here. So all of this is what I finished crocheting between last video and this one. But like I said, it was really that first week after my last video is when this got done. So yeah, I was so close, I kind of just like sprinted towards the end. Yeah, and so I had this much left, and then after that you're supposed to like kind of you're supposed to loop all the threads together, and then the very last row you kind of like loop that last loop in with one of the stitches. And yeah, then I had to make like 26 tassels, and I was like scared that I was gonna run out of yarn. So, oh, I meant to go grab it. It's okay. I rolled it up in the ball. The leftover yarn is probably like this big. But yeah, so because when I finished the blanket, I had a whole ball of yarn that hadn't even been touched yet. So a lot of that went into making the tassels. So, but yeah, it is very snuggly. It lives on my couch. I love it so much. I totally will make another crochet blanket. Probably not until like next winter. Just because there's other stuff I want to be doing, and it does, I think I looked back, I started this like right before Thanksgiving and finished it basically the first week of February. So, I don't know, like 2.5 months or so to make this blanket, which I feel like is pretty good. So, yeah. But my main goal was to get it done before it got warm outside, and mission accomplished. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm just gonna chunk this back here, and then we can move on to the other stuff. Let's see. Okay, so the next February goal that I had was to finish the right side of Garden Party, and I'm happy to say that I completed that goal. I can't remember, if I don't have a picture, I'll have to take a screen grab from my last video, but this is what my, oh wait, hold on, I'm getting out of order. Okay, this is what it's gonna look like. And then this is what it looked like last time I showed it to you. And this is what it looks like now. Oh. Yeah. So I got the whole right side done, and like this part right here and at the top, I just completed that color. That's why it's kind of going off to the left side. But yeah, I'm super excited with how it's coming along. I haven't picked it up in a couple weeks because, like I said, I think I finished this whole right side that weekend of Valentine's Day. And so once I completed the right side, I had brought my new start with me, so that was kind of my reward for finishing the right side of this. I can't remember if I really picked out any more of these stitches down here or not, but it's coming along. So I'm not sure when I'm going to bring this back out again, just whenever I feel like it, I suppose. I'm really obsessed with my new start, so we'll see. Everything else might have to wait while I'm like engrossed in that one. But yeah, so this is what it's looking like. The left side of this is more like pink and purple, so I'm excited to get to those colors. The orange looks really good, but orange is definitely not my favorite color, so I definitely am excited about the pinks and the purples. So, oh, but this butterfly is so cute. Like, look at that. I love how all the like tiny finishes, like in the bumblebee and the ladybug. I love all the tiny things that you don't notice when you look at the pattern as a whole, and then when you start stitching that section of the pattern, you're like, oh, there's, you know, a butterfly, and oh, there's a ladybug, and it just kind of like is a little surprise, I guess, while you're stitching it. And then it also is really gratifying because every time you finish one of those little motifs, it just it makes it easy to like pick it up and put it down, because there's lots of good stopping places. So anyway, that's garden party. I also realized I'm like flying through my whips, but at the same time, like there's not a lot for me to say about them, and I have a bunch of random non-stitchy stuff I want to show at the end. So yeah, anyway, okay, so my new start, which I've been like cryptically talking about, is from Emma Congdon, Cross Stitch for the Earth. And I'm doing the first design in here, which is just called Design 1, but it says Unplug and Go Outside. And Kirsten from 23 Flavors of Stitching also started this as part of her, she was doing the Winter Olympic stitching. And yeah, so we kind of started at the same time, which I thought was funny. But yeah, so I started mine in the center. I'm doing this on 16 count Aida, and I'm just obviously using the called for floss, but this is what I've got. So I want to see if I can get it closer so it's not like pushed out. But yeah, so like I said, I started in the middle, which was about like maybe that part of the tree, and then I kind of just went down, so the entire bottom of the O is finished. Last night I started on the sky, which will probably come out to like maybe here or so. But yeah, so I think I'm very into this one right now. So I'm thinking that I might finish the O and then go from there and decide if I want to keep working on this one or if I want to trade it out and put some progress in on another project. But yeah, I am obsessed with this. And it was funny because I did not work on Sweetheart Campfire at all this month, which is my full coverage piece. And I was telling Bobby how like I'm like addicted to this one right now, because like you see like it's full coverage in this letter, but like you see the progress so fast because like it's a lot smaller, but it's so like dense with color and variation to where it has such great imagery in such a small amount of space. And he was like, well, maybe that's why you like doing this one more than that one. And he talking about my Sweetheart Campfire, because since it's so big, you have to put in a ton more stitches to see anything happening, whereas this one, like, you can see stuff happening very quickly, but it still is full coverage. So anyway, I just love it so much. I'm really excited to get to this goose that's in the corner. This goose right here I think is so cute. So yeah, I can't really see, but there we go. That's what it's gonna look like. So yeah, I'm really excited with how this is coming. And there's so many other really cute patterns in here that I want to do. I think once I finish that one, I really want to do, let's see, what page is it on? 28. I really want to do this one. So I love all the little creatures on there. It's just so cute. So, and she's Emma Congdon's coming out with another book called Cross Stitch for the Heart, which is a lot of like lovey-dovey and like family and stuff like that. So very Valentine feeling. But yeah, and she has another book that it's Cross Stitch for the Soul. It looks like that one. But I just have the Cross Stitch for the Earth. So yep. So yeah, I spent like basically this past week I spent like all week working on Unplug and Go Outside, and while I've been stitching on it, I've been watching Euphoria. I had heard of the show when it came out, I guess last year or whatever, but I was never like interested in watching it. And then for some reason, Okay, so obviously social media is insane because you look at one thing and then they're like, oh, we're going to keep showing you this thing. So that's kind of what happened to me with Euphoria. My sister had posted a picture of Sydney Sweeney, who's one of the actresses in the show, on her Instagram story. And I saw the girl and I was like, she looks so familiar. Like, I've seen her before. And then I made the realization that she actually has a small part in Handmaid's Tale, which I had been watching like months ago. Did not finish it because I had to take a break from it and I just haven't go back to it. But anyway, Sydney Sweeney has a small role in, I think, maybe the second or third season of Handmaid's Tale. And so I was like, oh, that's where I know her from. Well, since I was like doing all this investigating of where I had seen this actress, I kept getting a more Euphoria post recommended to me on my Discover page on Instagram. And then there was like, I guess the new season that came out, there was like this really big deal of something that happened in episode 5. And I was like it didn't seem like a big deal to somebody who doesn't know anything about the show. And so I was like, I kind of want to watch it and see why this is such a big deal. And anyway, so I have watched all of season 1. And there's like these 2 like mini episodes to kind of hold you over between season 1 and season 2, and so I've watched those, but I haven't actually started season 2 yet. But I think the finale is this week or something. But yeah, I really like it. It's kind of wild to me. I think the show would be a lot, I feel like I could accept the show a lot better if these kids were in college and not in high school. But I don't know. And obviously everything's over dramatized or whatever, but I'm sure there are some high school students out there who are experiencing some of those things that are in that show. So there's a lot of okay, sorry. I think I got distracted from the siren. Okay. I really like Euphoria. I think I would like the show better if the kids were if the kids were college aged and not high school age, because I think it would be more realistic based on the things that is happening and that these kids are doing. So, I don't know. But yeah, so I've been watching Euphoria while stitching my Unplug and Go Outside. So I also have been super into audiobooks, and because I really like reading, but I just never give myself enough time to do it. So the audiobook is really nice because you can listen to it while you do other things. And so I've been listening to audiobooks while I get ready in the morning. And I just finished one yesterday called Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I'll put up the cover right here. And I don't normally talk about books on here, but I really wanted to talk about this one because I just really enjoyed it. It basically is kind of like a family drama type book, and kind of like a coming of age and that sort of thing, which is my favorite kind of fiction. But yeah, it just kind of follows the life of this family who, starts with the parents and how they met each other, and the husband ends up being like a famous singer, and he's kind of a jerk, and, kind of abandons the family, and she's got like 4 kids to take care of, and then it kind of jumps back and forth between them when the parents are like the 20, 30 something year old people to when the kids are like the 20, 30 year old people, and kind of, how their life is affected by what happened to them when they were younger, and kind of learning how to let go of things. And I don't know, it's just a really good book, so highly recommend. And then I was doing some research about it this morning because I thought it was a brand new book, but apparently it came out last summer, and it apparently is going to be a TV show on Hulu, so that'll be really interesting because like I said, it was a really good book. So yeah. Okay, so I kind of took a detour and talked about end of the video stuff before I talked about haul. So we can jump back and do some haul. I don't have very much, and only one of them is stitchy related. I got my February Color and Cotton Thread Club. I'm in the the Three Skein Club. So let's see. So the 3 colors that I got are, there's very Valentine themed. So we've got Twinkle, which is this white purpley one, Cupid, and Cherry Fizz. So I really love these. They're so cute, especially together. I really like this Cupid color. So, but yeah. And then, let's see. I, a long time ago, was super into, like, well, I still am into planning with, like, bullet journals and stuff like that. But I had, like, taken a break for a long time because after college, I, like, didn't have, it was weird adjusting from having homework all the time to, like, having a real job where, like, you don't, it's not as, like, concrete as when they give you assignments and stuff, and there's no, like, the due dates are more flexible and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, I had a hard time, like, actually using a planner because I have a lot of stuff to plan. But when I was super into that, I was subscribed to a sticker subscription called Pipsticks, and I'm sure you may have heard of it if you've watched Steph's stickers at the end of her video on Just Keep Stitching. Sometimes she'll talk about stickers she's gotten. I think people have sent her Pipsticks before, but anyway, I love Pipsticks, but there was a time where I was like, I can't be spending this much money a month on stickers that I never use. But then I had gotten to the point where I was just postponing my subscription, and then I ended up canceling it. Well, needless to say, I'm back on it again because I was getting bored of the copious amount of stickers that I had, and I kind of needed some new ones to add to my collection. So I've already put my stickers away in the way I store them, but I did want to kind of flip through and show you some of the ones that I got for the month of February, which were all like book themed. So hopefully there's not too bad of a glare. That's not too bad. So the sticker club that I chose to be in was the Pro Classic, which gives you like 15 sheets of stickers. And like I said, all of these were book themed. So yeah. But I love these like little mobile library parts. And then let's see. These are like a bunch of word ones, like just one more chapter, my weekend is booked, it's book o'clock. These are a bunch of bookmarks. And then these are like girls reading in chairs, and like some plants and like very like bookshelf type stuff that you would find on a bookshelf. And then this one's like library ones. So yeah, they're super cute. I'm very excited to use them. There's some more in here. I need to set up my March bullet journal. Here's some that came in there. They're like labels that you put in your book. This one is like, the whole concept of this one is you're supposed to be able to like create your own bookshelf with the different stickers here. Let's see. Oh yeah, it was also like books / like self-care. So here's the self-care sheet. And all these stickers have like foil on them, and they're just really pretty because they're so shiny. And then I got this sheet of letters, which will be fun to do like titles with and stuff. And then I think there might be a couple more back here that I got. Oh yeah, these two, I didn't get this sheet, I already had this one, but these two were part of the February sticker club. So yeah, but I love Pipsticks. My favorite way to do my bullet journal is to decorate with stickers and washi tape because I can't draw. So I just use drawings that other people have already made. Yeah, so okay, that's my sticker stuff. I was thinking, so I need to set up my March bullet journal, and I was kind of thinking I might try to film it. I don't know how well that'll go, but I'm gonna try. If it ends up being okay, I'll post it, and if not, then you can just forget I ever said anything about it. But yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, I didn't write this down in my notes, but I wanted to talk about my nails. So I did these myself with these press-ons that I got from Target, which they look like this. The company is called Olive and June, and I'm actually just now realizing there's a hole in here, so you can actually like stick your finger in there to see if this nail color would look good on you. But anyway, this is the short length, but like it's kind of long for me. But I also have really short nail beds, so that's probably why. But you can also clip them if you wanted to. But I've never done press-ons until these, and they're really awesome because like they feel like having gel or acrylic or something or dip. And like I put these on Tuesday, and like my pinky finger, like the nail did fall off, but I was able to just like grab another one from the set to replace it because I have no idea what happened to it. I was like gathering all my stuff for the video, and like all of a sudden I was like, oh my god, my nail's gone. So yeah, but anyway, it's a really cool set. I definitely will be buying more of these. They have more than just solid colors. They also have like cute little designs and like patterned tips and stuff like that. So yeah, anyway, I'm just really digging my nails, and it was super easy. I think this little set was like $10. And to remove it, all you have to do is soak your nails in hot soapy water. So, which I haven't tried yet, obviously, because I want them to last as long as I can wear them. But yeah, so highly recommend. I think if you order them on their website, you might have more variety to choose from, but Target did have probably like 4 or 5 different styles in stock at my store. So yeah. So yeah, that's about all I wrote down to talk about. This is actually, yeah, like I said, it's pretty average time frame for a video. I didn't have a lot of, I feel like it was more non-stitchy than it was stitchy, but whatever. This is what's happened to me in the past 4 weeks. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, if I keep talking, I'm just gonna ramble about pointless things, but thank you for being patient with me while I was gone. I hope you came back. Even if you didn't, I'm gonna keep making these videos, it's fine. And yeah, so let's see, I'm trying to think if I have a question for you guys. Well, did you have a good February? I haven't seen you all month, so let me know how your February went. What was the best thing that happened to you this month? And yeah, so I'm gonna go now and edit this video, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks, and hopefully it will actually be on time. So, okay, that's enough talking. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.